Oh, here we go. Noswaith there and croeso. The Esports Wales Cymru and with nos all. Good evening and welcome to Esports Wales Weekly, our end of the week show, catching you guys up on the comings and goings of all things Esports Wales. I am your host, the recently freed from a top secret government facility where they were testing to see if they could find the perfect host. They did. It wasn't me, so I escaped, and I'm here
and stole
to
his name.
tell you all the important things. It is I, Smickle, 1989, and with me, the interrupting and, quite frankly, very bad at chivalry, as we found out last night.
Hey, no spoilers.
He's tall, but he's crap with a longsword. It's Gizmo. How's it going, pal?
I miss Ripid Steve. As you can tell, you're still named Ripid Steve. But
Graphics Goblin.
I guess he wanted to replace you as well.
I was replaced
unceremoniously
last week.
Already.
No, I actually big shout out to
Whoopsie.
Boo him, chat. Boo him. Boo him. Graphics Goblin. Fix it. I was replaced unceremoniously. No, Reaper Steve very kindly stepped in alongside Jammer to help guide my hapless co-host through the through the show last week. But we're here. So, you can't spell. I can say underscore. That's right. Yes. He's done it. He's done it, chat.
It's actually 89. It's the year he's born. Can we get that corrected, please? Anyway, moving on. We do, as you know, always like to have guests on the show, and our guest today has already been on the show. Surprising surprise. It's Mike from the F1 team. Can we get a transition?
Hello.
Oh, yes.
Good to be back.
Oh, it's good to have you back, and it's good just not to be looking at Gizmo. So, the man, the myth, the legend, a precision human being built for high-speed endurance and performance. How are you doing, Mike? How's things?
I am doing fantastic this week. A lot of good stuff has happened.
Well, yes, we have a lot of good things. We've got some static as well on the.
From is that my side?
We've got a lot of good things to talk about this week, though. We briefly will run through. We've got the weekly rundown on some of the Esports Wales matches. We've got League of Legends match, I believe, a match against Outlaw Cowboys. Could be wrong there. We've got some information about some tournaments. We've got a giveaway to announce and a giveaway winner to announce. And also, we've got some information you might be surprised to know, since we've got the F1 team expert here, about Team Wales and the F1 results. We'll get to that shortly. It's all good news this week. From our side, anyway. The world is still going to hell in a handbasket, but we are happy, and that's all that matters. I can't hear you. I can't hear you, Giz. Giz? That's because you made the old joke. So, a sentence that I heard this week. I'm going to tell you a short story, chat, before we move on to the proper information, and I'm going to probably have the production team shouting in my ear while I ramble on. But it's okay. I don't care about them. I care about you, chat. So I got told two sentences within about 20 minutes of each other, and they made me smile. There was a certain young buck of a man. He told me that not only is he a brilliant human being and an expert CSGO player, he also said the words, "I am very good with technology, for I have a computer science degree." And then 20 minutes later, the same human being turned to me and said, "Oh no, I've had the overlay up the whole time I've been recording," which sort of just wrecked 20 minutes of recording that we've done. So all I'm saying is, be humble, chat. Don't fall to hubris. Are you back, Giz? Good. It doesn't matter. Me and Mike will carry the show. Oh no! Wait, no. The first segment is League of Legends. Come back, Gizmo. Do you know anything about League, Mike?
I have no idea. We need Gizmo.
Not a clue. I don't know anything about it. There's something to do with lanes, and there's the last match I watched, Gizmo was hosting, so there was zero information. It was terrible. The chat's like, yeah, professional, love it. Old people love stories. I'm personally offended. It's okay.
So
It's
I
okay.
enjoyed the story. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I've got an F1 story I can tell you later on as well. I don't know if I ever told you this story last time we were chatting. I didn't get much of a chance to catch up with you at the Esports Wales meetup because I had to come home and be a parent. But I was once nearly killed by a battery from an F1 car.
I think you have told me this story before.
Yeah, I was nearly killed by a Kerr's battery, which exploded in a science lab. Yes, kinetic energy recovery system. Is that?
Curse?
Yes.
Can you hear me now?
Oh, Gizmo's back. I
Oh,
waffled on.
Thank God,
worry.
because without me, you'd be lost. I was fine without you, but you know.
I was literally. You would have been fine without me. I don't hold any. I just waffle. I have none of the information. Like I fill in the gaps between the information. That's how this show works. I'm here just to be loud. But the first segment is League of Legends, and I kind of need you for that. so waffling aside, chat.
It's fun. I did write out some stuff in case, so you could actually, read off some stuff. But
I mean, I knew the
okay.
scores, and I could have clapped, and the graphics goblin would have put the graphics up. But that's where my information about the games would have ended. So,
I'll let you give the scores if you want. You can start with the scores. I'll follow on after that if you want.
Yeah. So let's actually move formally into our Esports Wales news segment on what's occurring. Graphics goblin.
He hates it. That's become a thing.
It's not patch notes. It's what's occurring. Graphics Goblin's cocked it up. There you go. That's the one. Oh, and we've got the new graphics. It's the first time it's been shown, so he didn't know where it was, but he found it. League of Legends. We had Team Ya against Outlaw Cowboys. Did you cast this match, Giz? I didn't catch this.
Yeah, one. I did. I did. Yeah, I've casted every Team Ya game. Turns out. It's not saying that you're a fake fan, but I did cast a lot of them. It was a good game to cast. Won 2-1. Last week we were joking about how they'd never made it to a 3-game series. We've had 2 back to back, which has been fun. Great for me. Obviously, you get paid per game, so obviously insane. But yeah, I mean, great games. The first game, Cowboys just wrong draft, drafting from 2 years ago, and just took advantage of that. Game 2, they were ahead really early on. They were doing a lot of damage, and then gave a few shutdowns to the assassin on Cowboys, the LeBlanc, if anyone who plays it, and just one shot their whole team. So that was a sad loss. Sort of bad, but game 3, mental reset. You come back in, you put that effort in, and their jungler was all everywhere, just destroying everyone. Sunny popped off on that jungle. Top laner finally picked a tank for once. No offense, but we need a front line, and just destroyed in his lane, and they won the game pretty easily.
Fantastic. And you had to do isn't there an agreement you switch around? You do the play-by-plays on the third game instead of the color casting.
Yeah. We did that last time, but this time we decided not to do it because of how it went last time. It was okay for a little. It was okay for a little bit, just a little bit. But I'm trying to do more professional casting now. Starting to get some better casting jobs. So
because because of your computer science degree, which makes you really good at technology.
I don't actually have it yet, but it's close. It's close. But
No. I mean, conversely, I can barely read and I don't have a degree, so don't worry about it.
It's fine.
Look at the fine figure of a man I turned out to be.
As long as you keep those trains running on time. Oh no, that's wrong. They're never on time.
Don't tell Mike. I don't know if Mike knows that.
Mike knows what. Well, you have to explain now.
Well, you couldn't get home because the trains were knackered.
That was me, I think.
Don't say that was your fault.
Oh yeah, absolutely was my fault. The trains weren't running because I wasn't on duty. I'm a train driver in real life, so
He turned down the shift so we
I
could
turned
go.
down. I literally turned down the shift to go to the Esports Wales meetup, and then they had to cancel services because they couldn't get a driver. Oh no!
Absolutely typical.
I'm thankful I was able to get home.
I was tempted to like, I'll just take one. I'll ring him. I go, I can do one service, just take people home, and then just leave the train up there.
A friends only service.
No, the real, if anyone was stuck in Cardiff on the weekend of the Esports Wales, the real reason is that there was a staff leave and do, so they couldn't cover the shifts. That's the long and the short of it. But there we go.
Too busy at the pub, was it? Oh,
Too busy.
we-
I'll play Train
was
Simulator
alright,
on stream one day, and everyone can see that I'm a genuine, legitimate, knowledgeable train driver. But there you go. Yeah, so Team Yar with a great win for the
English.
League of Legends.
League of
Sorry,
Legends.
My computer was just having an absolute
It's okay. It's okay.
fart then. There you go. It is getting, it's just like me. It's getting old. But from Team Yar to Team Tan and Team Yar, we'll include Team Tan in this. And we need to throw this over to Mike. This is going to be a meaty part of the section of the show for just glory and victory. Mike, tell us about the week. What's been happening in the F1 scene?
Well, Team Tân was competing in the Esports Masters League in League 2 on Wednesday. And in that race, both myself and Colin R. Mason took to the track. It was a very good race on both of us, both consistent, working together as a team. And because of that, we have now taken the championship lead.
Oh, yes. 55 points. Look at it. Top of the board. A little bit delayed graphics, Goblin, but we appreciate it.
Never last race, and how about never first either?
Oh, hey. And yeah, there's it seems to be tight at the top there. I mean, 55, 50, 47, dropping down to 43 apiece there. Then a bit of a jump down into the 30s. Then a big dip off at 9th and 10th place.
Minus 20.
Minus 20. Could you give us a rundown on the reasons behind that, Mike? You're more knowledgeable than us in this field.
The Ecos team, unfortunately, they've missed the deadline to put in their driver submission, so they got minus 5 points for that. And then some of the drivers didn't turn up to the actual race, so they got another minus 5 points for that. And the one driver from that turned up ended up DNFing, so he crashed out the race and scored no points. So they're on minus 20.
Well, great start. Great.
I mean, 75 points. That's a big points hold to try and pull back in. Like, that's massive.
That's a big old gap to do. But you never know. Perhaps it's the ultimate underdog story. To be honest with you, I mean, like I'm open about this, but I'm heavily biased in anything that's Welsh. Like I'll cheer for like anything, but I don't care, and I'll be openly biased to people. I'll turn to a person and laugh at them if their team loses and our team wins. But it would be the ultimate underdog story if they did win. I may have to give them a slight applaud, but I can't see that happening myself.
I mean,
yeah,
they are a good team. They are a good team. They got some good drivers, so they can get their way back into it. There's still 8 rounds left in the championship.
But that you have to turn up to win, right? That's part of the stipulation for the yeah. Okay, you can't do it like just by not being there.
Yeah,
unlike me, where I just wasn't there to host last week, but everything was still fine anyway. I could just not turn up. So that's rundown for the championship there, the 55 points. I believe there's some other team news. We've got some new driver lineups. Is that correct, Mike?
Yes, we've been able to bring in a few more drivers to kind of bolster the Tan and the Yar team. So we promoted Welsh Maldonado and Hooky from Yar into Tan, and we brought in several new drivers for.
Oh, the graphics are getting fancy to this week, aren't they? Oh.
Colin,
You still-
Hooky, and Maldonado.
Hello? Did you just mute us all?
Yeah.
Hello?
Oh,
Okay, I can hear you now, so...
Sorry, Mike, you disappeared from us. They
oh, did I?
yeah.
I was still going on my end. I was still going.
We heard Hooky being promoted, and then it cut you off after that. I'm afraid.
Yeah. So Hooky and Welsh Mal the tongue.
Sorry, he cut you off again. I literally got Hooky and he went, nope. Give us a third time, Lucky. Third time, Lucky. Go on.
Hooky and Welsh Maldonado were promoted from Yar into Tan.
Oh, I was hoping he'd just cut you off anyway, just for the joke. Honestly, that would be. Oh, I don't think I've cried this much on the podcast before. On this thing before.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm crying on the inside.
Yeah. Well, so yeah, that's the Team Tan lineup. So obviously we've had a promotion out into Team Tan. So have you've backfilled the spaces in Team Yar then from other people in the community? There's one member in particular that I'd like to give a shout out to. You probably know them a lot better than us. We've got a master racer with us. John Rowland Mass 1, I believe, at John Rowland Mass 1. The isn't his Twitter handle isn't on there. But yeah,
it's Mason Junior 54.
Yeah.
That's his Twitter handle. There we go. Go follow him. He's a wonderful human being, and he's about the same age as me. So he's in his 60s, right? He's been called up, and I believe isn't he the father of one of the other drivers?
Yeah. So Mason Junior is the father of Colin R. Mason. So we got a father-son duo going on in Esports Wales now.
That is amazing. That genuinely warms my heart. Like, that is, as far as I'm concerned, like video games and like esports community, like that is kind of the benefit over traditional sports is the level of access that it can give to people. I hate gatekeeping. It irritates me. So the fact that we've got like a father-son cross-generational team on the roster is that genuinely makes me happy. Like you won't see me like be emotional that often, but like that genuinely like made me like tear up a little bit. I was like, that's amazing. I just because I've got a son of my own, and I just have like a visions like deep in the future where he's like trying to show me how to like play the latest 3D virtual reality, whatever it'll be by the time that I'm 60 years old.
It's going to be the same game that it is today, Minecraft.
It's probably just be like 3D Minecraft. Yeah, it's virtual reality Minecraft. But yeah, it's a genuine joy to see that. So best of luck to our new additions to both teams, Team Yar and Team Tan. Is there some other news about upcoming events or upcoming tournaments? Did I see?
I think there was a last minute signing that it wasn't on that graphic. Benjamin Cardiff. I don't think he was on that graphic. Right?
Yeah, he's recently just been signed up today. Good driver, lot of potential. So we're going to see how he gets on in Yar, and hopefully help him and improve and get himself up there, fighting for championships in the future.
That's me in disguise, by the way. For those who don't know, my real name is Benjamin, and I live near Cardiff, so that's actually just me.
Yeah. And you're an expert racer as well, in your case. In real life, time. I've heard that you.
He's in the chat as well.
There he is.
Hey, we're gonna have to go karting in future or something. Get everyone going there.
Am I right in thinking you haven't even got a driving license? Did I make that up?
No, I did. I passed it at 17, 4 years ago.
And just never done anything with it?
Never got a car. No. Don't need a car. What do I need a car for? But
when you've got trains. When you've got trains as reliable as...
Yeah, it's so reliable in our area.
I actually don't drive the line that you drive, so...
It's not the valley. It's the classier area.
Yeah. Mainline trains too fast for me.
I'm from the valleys, like yo. I mean, it can't be happening.
Me too, Mike. Me too. deepest, darkest Pontypridd. Oh yes, born and bred.
I'm on the other valleys.
Yeah, on the other side. I won't give away. I do know because we talked about it. But yeah, so there's something about some other leagues and tournaments coming up there. Mike, are you in? Is it EML and Inside Curb? Is that what's coming up?
Yeah. So the Inside Curb Racing Team Cut is a competition I've managed to get the Yar team into, which will be their first event where Team Yar will actually be racing as Team Yar and not as fill-ins on Team Tan and EML. But this will be their first event, and obviously EML continuing on as we do for Tan.
I believe we've got we've got a graphic. The next race on the 27th of October. Is that correct? Graphics got
yes,
the graphic.
Oh, there it is. Yes, 27th of October, Azerbaijan Grand Prix in Baku. I've never been myself. Anyone been to Azerbaijan?
No, I do want to travel more though in the next year, so maybe that's on my list.
I've been there virtually, but not in real life.
Not in real life. I was just thinking because of the football. I'm sure the Wales played a Euro Cup game in Baku. Might have made that up. I'm not actually that much of a football fan.
You are right. You are right.
You say yes, just nod. I know more about rugby than I do about football, and I don't know that much about rugby, so virtual sports for me all the way. ESW kart race, I think that's an excellent idea. We'll have to organise. Maybe that could be the next meetup. John, fix it. Fix it for us, John. If you're in chat.
Is he in there?
I don't know. I never check anything. If I ever watched to see if management were nearby, I'd be too nervous to do all the terrible things I do. So I just plow on heedless.
It's all right. I've heard he's buying us all takeaways before the next one. I believe that's in that contract somewhere.
Oh yeah. That might be true. Oh, I nearly drunk out of the wrong unbranded.
See, my problem is that I've got a cup of tea here, and when I go to drink it, I didn't realise it has a massive. Anyone who can.
And your hands are not big enough to cover it. Well, speaking of HyperX and free goodies that we got given at an event, we have some giveaway announcements. We have a winner of an existing giveaway, which is now closed, and a new giveaway to announce. So, last week we saw the announcement of Esports Wales' new fashion lineup. Looked very swish. I don't know if we've got a link in chat. Always watching, looking in the bosses here. Have we got a link in chat to the new gear? I don't think I can post links. I got nuked last time.
No, I'm out.
we haven't got admin access. Someone more powerful than us put a link in. There it is.
There we go.
Powerful person has done it. For the new fashion lineup, along with the announcement of the new gear, which I gotta be honest with, like, genuinely looks pretty swish. Like I'm not one for like branded merchandise, or like a lot of the stuff I wear is just like plain unbranded stuff. But like this gear looks swish. Particularly the elite jerseys, I thought looked real nice.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, there they are. Look at those. They look swish. So yeah, the elite jerseys. But we gave away one of the elite jerseys, and I believe if we have Giz, can you give us a drum roll?
Oh, I forgot my drumsticks. Yeah. Can you hear that?
Terrible, you're fired. Mike, can you give us a drum roll?
It's not going to sound much better.
Well, it didn't sound any worse, that's for sure. Terrible, awful. I tell you what, let me do the drum roll properly now. Graphics Goblin, help me do the drum roll. Our winner of the elite jersey is Torin Bird. Oh, yes. You should have already received an email, hopefully. Please check your spam folder if you haven't seen it. But the jersey should be with you as soon as possible. But with that, thank you to everyone who entered. It is really appreciated on our end to see the interest in this this new lineup of gear, because obviously the proceeds of it go towards the organization, which means we can put on bigger and better events and bigger and better community events, and maybe one day they'll have enough money to hire hosts, and then they'll just fire me. So if you buy enough, that's basically the prerogative of you. If you buy enough shirts, you won't have to listen to me. How does that sound, guys? Yeah, excellent.
Wait, how much you need? I'll pay. Get him off. Bring back Steve. Can we get a vote in chat? Bring back Steve.
You'd be lost. You'd be like a man drowning out at sea without me, boy. It's just you'd be. Have you seen Castaway? You're not even Tom Hanks. You'd be Wilson floating out there in the water. He's like, I'm too young. I haven't seen that film.
I actually haven't seen it. I do know what you're on about.
Just shut up. But thank you to everyone who entered. Commiserations if you didn't win, but fear and fret not. For just like I am the lifeboat that keeps Gizmo afloat, I am the angel that brings you succor. Here is a new giveaway for a Team Yar jersey. Ooh. Oh, I really like that sort of ice blue color. That is nice. So, in order to win this jersey, where can they go? There should be a link. The link, I've realized now I can't post links. Esports Wales has posted the link. Go to the gleam.io giveaway for all the information there on how to join up for the next giveaway. I believe we'll be able to announce that winner next week.
I'm not too sure. I don't think we've been told, but
we haven't. But I'm making an executive decision that I'm going to tell people that that's what's going to happen. How does that sound?
How about we say the week after when I'm not here, so I don't get in trouble.
I can't wait. What? Yes, the week. Yes, so soon we'll be. One of us will announce it. It'll either be me or Giz. But yeah, go to the link, follow everything, and be in for a chance to win that awesome looking jersey. I may even enter myself. I may win and then wear the jersey to the next show. How does that sound, guys? Yeah.
I mean that sounds. Then you have to announce yourself as the winner. You're wearing it the whole time, and at the end you go to the thing and you go.
Just to put everyone's boys. Just to put everyone's mind at rest, I haven't even got the power to post the link to the giveaway, let alone rig the giveaway. Yeah. I have zero influence in this organization.
It'd be awkward if you actually did win it.
It would be terrible, wouldn't it? I just have to say no. I just have to go radio silent. I just entered. I've got a better mug than Giz.
Mine's bigger though.
That's just genetics.
Mine's more hyper.
Oh, it is HyperX. So that brings us pretty much to the end of the Esports Wales specific rundown. We can talk a little bit now about the wider esports news and gaming community of the world with our recurring segment, which does, I believe, Graphics Goblin. There it is. Oh, he's smooth as silk. Look at him go. It's patch notes for the weekly news. Do you want to give us a rundown of a few bits of the news, Giz?
Oh, well, we might as well just start off with the first one we have written. For anyone who doesn't know, we have a little document every week that we put a couple little things in, a little hideaway. I don't like that one. We'll go with the Dota one first. Is that all right with you? The Dota.
The Dotas.
Yeah, the Dotas,
you're the expert. The Dotas. You're the expert on the Dotas, right?
Yeah. I love that game. Again, came out way before I was born. Never played it. Still popular, is it? I don't know. as a league fan, I wouldn't notice it.
You wouldn't know. Ooh, boo hiss. It's like Cardiff versus Swansea, League versus Dota 2.
Still bringing that one up.
Defense
Anyone
of
who
the
doesn't know,
ancients.
the Dota World Finals was coming up. I think it's 4 days away.
3 days away from the time of this show being recorded.
Yeah, and they've decided to cancel all the tickets to it 4 days out. So all of a sudden, all the fans who've travelled already, paid all their money, have just lost their tickets to location. I don't know where it is at.
It's in Bucharest in Romania.
Oh, well, at least you've got a nice location around you. But you're sort of missing the main thing you want to go to, you know? I can imagine a lot of gamers there, like, let's go see some Dota, and then...
So the issue is Romania at the moment is having a very high spike in COVID cases. I believe there was 11,000 recorded cases in 1 day in the past week. So it is spiking quite heavily out there. More so than the tournament organisers were anticipating. Obviously, this has been a long time in the works for TI. We didn't have a TI last year. TI standing for the International, which is sort of the most prestigious of the Dota tournaments. So it's the right thing to do. It is the right thing to do in this current situation, in this climate where there is a danger that the dreaded Rona could be passed on to talent or players, staff, and amongst the fans themselves. The issue being that Valve decided to make this announcement late last night, 4 days at the time out from the tournament beginning. Well, most people, seeing as how the tournament is being held in Bucharest in Romania, which is notoriously quite difficult to get to in terms of international airports, it isn't exactly the biggest. And we've got fans coming from all around the world: Australia, the Philippines, China, South America, North America. There are fans traveling from well outside Europe to get there. They have all started to arrive and been told via Twitter last night, sorry guys, you can't actually come into the arena and watch the match or watch any of the matches. So a bit devastating. I really do feel for all the people that have, people will have spent a lot of money. They'll have saved up. They'll have been looking forward to this because nothing happened last year. We've all been in lockdown. They've been told that it's going ahead, and they've trusted the organisers, made their bookings, and gone. Now, I don't know how you guys feel about it. Some people saying that, I've seen a lot of backlash on Twitter from people saying, well, basically, you knew the risks, you paid your money, you take your chance. Personally, I feel a bit more sympathetic than that to the people, but how do you guys feel about it?
Well, I feel like it's 4 days out, right? And most talent and all the rest of it will be... I don't know if they do it, but like they could do like what they do for the league in like LPL and stuff like that, where they have them in contained boxes, so they're far away from the thing, and they just have a screen up and stuff like that. So
they will be, yeah, they are in boxes on the stage.
So chances of talent getting infected is pretty low and stuff like that. So it's whether or not you want to risk these people who spent all the money to actually get it or not, because like you gotta think these people have traveled all this way knowing the risk of being able to get it, and then the tournament people have gone, oh, well, you may have made the idea that it's fine, but we've decided against it. And now it's like the juggle of, like, would you rather let in the people who've already traveled now and just say no more people, or what? Because, like, it's quite far people have traveled and a lot of money wasted in there.
Yeah. What do you think, Mike? I mean, there's no right or wrong answer here. It's just a gut feeling, really. What do you feel?
It is a tricky one. Like, you can see from the organizer's point of view, like obviously with the spike in now with the cases that they go over there, like definitely the right thing to do in terms of stopping the spread to fans and everything coming over. But I mean, you gotta feel for the people that already traveled and gone out there, because they already spent money on their flights and everything as well, and they're not going to be able to do anything.
No, and that's the thing. They're not going to be able to get that money back. Like, they may be refunded the ticket prices, Valve may even throw in some sweeteners with that. I have seen some things floating around, but I don't think anything officially has been announced by Valve, the owners of the Dota brand. But I believe there was something floating around about possibly getting some in-game reward as well as the ticket price back. Little consolation to some people. But yeah, it's a difficult one. Funnily enough, I actually had an event in Romania cancelled last year myself. I was supposed to be going to the Battle of the Nations medieval combat tournament held out there in Romania, and that got cancelled. So we didn't go. Team Wales didn't attend that. But
I'm not gonna lie. I hear Gizmo was gonna win that.
Well,
I heard the Gizmo might be the worst swordsman that's ever existed. He claimed to be strong and fast, and all I saw was just clumsiness. Just a clumsy tree of a man lumbering around the place. It was awful. I am going to fight Gizmo in real life one day.
It's a weird thing to announce, but we have agreed to a sword thing, which I fully expect to be beaten in. But it's going to be hard for him to hit me when he's tapping up my ankles with his sword. And yes, that was a height joke. For anyone who doesn't know, he's like 5'1".
I just chop you down. Just chop it down to size. Just little by little. Salami tactic. I'll just slice. Eventually it'll be low enough.
See the rings work at my age.
Yep. I'll just get a longer sword and hit you in the head. Or a step ladder. I don't know, one or the other. You can't really jump in
Black
armor.
Knight. Yeah. You'll be like the Black Knight from Monty Python.
Exactly.
He's too young.
He doesn't know that, Mike. He's too young. Look at him.
I've seen that one. That was my childhood, Monty Python. But yeah, I'm happy to do that. I think that'd be hilarious. Do you want to move on to the new game?
Yes.
New World.
New World. Tell us, has anyone played New World to start with? Either I haven't downloaded it yet for a specific reason we shall get onto later in the news topics. But have you guys been on it?
Not yet.
No.
Not yet? No. Oh. Okay. Tell us a bit about New World, Giz.
Well, there's been some problems since it went live. It's an open world multiplayer game, right? I believe. Questing and all the rest of it.
Yeah, it's very much a sort of MMO style, Final Fantasy Online, Elder Scrolls Online, Star Wars Online, World of Warcraft, that esque.
Yeah, so if you didn't know, it was all over social media and everything like that there was massive queue times getting into the game because everyone has. Wasn't it something like everyone has to go to a starting island or something like that, and all of a sudden the queues to get into the starting island after character creation was like 10,000 people waiting in queues and stuff like that at times.
Yeah, it was like days long. Like you were like, oh, I'm ticket number 1,082, 10,000. Like it was just like ridiculous numbers. So, but that's okay because once you got into the game. You could play it for a little bit, and then your computer exploded, apparently. Have you heard about this, Mike?
No, I haven't.
Oh, there's some sort of glitch in the game, some sort of coding error that causes specific NVIDIA GPUs to overheat to the point that they explode.
Oh, wow.
Like IRL blow up, like smoke and fire inside your computer.
The guy that coaches it. Great success.
Excellent.
He's been hired by like Gigabyte or something like that.
He's been hired by AMD to blow up because I believe I may be wrong. I've had a little look into this, and I would encourage anyone who is currently playing the game and enjoying it because I've watched a little bit. It looks pretty fun. I was watching a stream of it last night, but I encourage anyone who is currently playing it, please go and do a little bit of research, check your computer components. In particular, I'm plugging another YouTube channel on our show, but Jay's 2 Cents has put out a very good video about it on YouTube, explaining the reasons behind what he believes is causing these issues. So please go check that out before you play any more of the game. But yeah, been causing real-world graphics card failures. spectacular ones.
For people who don't know, graphics cards can be slightly pricey. Out of interest, what graphics cards do you guys rock at the moment? Ooh. Mike, do you want to go first?
Right. I think mine's GTX 710 is a very old graphics card.
Boom,
Nothing
rocking
wrong
the
with
old
it.
school. I've got a 2070 Super. I believe
Ooh,
it's
nice one.
I can't remember. Is it a Gigabyte Tri-Wind or something like that? It's the one with the really big fans on it.
Yeah, it's nice. You think that would be the best, but I've got a RTX 2080 gigabyte one. Nothing too fancy. Just better
See,
than
now,
yours.
Well, I've heard rumors that the 2070 Super outperforms the 2080 in certain things.
Oh, what was that?
And
Saving
also,
money?
yeah, it was. Yeah, also, I picked it up at auction, really cheap before the lockdown prices spiked everything. Because I built my first PC this year.
Same.
Last year.
Yeah. Same.
I've previously I've had a pre-built that I've done little upgrades and things on, but this was my first from scratch computer build, which I was quite proud of.
Adult Lego it's referred to now and then.
It is.
I still gotta build one.
Yeah.
Save
We'll,
graphics
we'll
cards.
talk you through it.
Craig just hit me with an absolute smasher. Why do I need so much graphics power to play League of Legends?
The sick burn. He burned you harder than New World burns NVIDIA graphics cards.
I'll have you know, this week I've been playing Call of Duty, CS:GO, Chivalry, and League of Legends.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. CS:GO.
You might as well have. Yep. What was that? You might as well have not installed Chivalry for all the. But yeah, CS:GO.
I mean,
we played a game, Mike. Just in case you're wondering, we played a game. I beat him at the Old Man Night game, and he. I'll say it, not to spoil for everyone, but everyone's gonna know this. I'm not great at shooter games. He basically pulled my pants down. It was terrible. he was 360, no scoping and jumping round the place. I was there, how do I change weapons? What's going on? I was like Monty Burns from The Simpsons. It was terrible. But I got my own back by hitting him with a big sword, so
yeah, but you're lost in the actual art. Anyway, we'll move on. Do you want to do a plug for yourself here? I believe we have written.
Well, I mean, we can do. I feel a bit sort of cheeky doing it. I don't normally do it on the show, but Giz, you were speaking to someone who might actually be nominated for an award.
What? Who would that be?
I know. For talking, of all things, you never guess it. But I'm actually up for. I was part of an audio drama series. I do a little bit of voice acting on the side, and the awards for that show, or the awards that the show is nominated on, are out this week. So if anyone did want to nominate a show called Chaotic Idiots, which I was drawn towards. Yeah, I was basically drawn towards it on that basis. Great irony as well, in that the character is from Romania, and we were just talking about Romania. There you go.
Yeah, there we go. I went away from Romania.
All links together.
Yeah, it all links. It's all one big circle. Yeah, I play like a 500-year-old vampire from Romania, living in the modern world.
I mean, the only difference there is you're not vampire. 500 years, but not vampire.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, I suck the soul out of the show, so that's like sucking the lifeblood out of a person, I guess. But yeah, the Chaotic Idiot show created by a lovely content creator called Faith. The show focuses on neurodivergent characters. It is wonderful. It's their first production, or their first sort of proper foray into the audio drama space. I'll stick a link up on my Twitter, so follow me on Twitter and And if you could give the show a little vote when the voting goes live, I would deeply appreciate it. But yeah, I think that's long enough. I feel bad sort of just plugging me.
It's alright. It's fun. It's fun. It's fun. If anyone else wants to follow anyone else, you can follow me. You can follow Mike. Don't worry. I'll do the shout out for us. You just give us a little follow. It's nice every now and then.
We don't actually plug the. We should plug
we don't.
Our own Twitter stuff more, huh?
I should really plug my casting stuff. Whilst you've done your little plug, I'm a freelance color caster for League of Legends. Anyone? The Twitter DM's open. Anyway, moving on.
Never heard of the game. More importantly, Mike is the only proper caster on the show. Like Mike's the only one who actually knows what he's talking about and plays the game. Like he's the only.
Excuse you.
I'm not saying anything.
Well.
I'm not saying anything.
I've seen no evidence that you can do either of those things, Giz. I've listened to you cast, and I've never seen you play. So
I was in the top 4 teams in the University League, and that's out of like the whole of the UK. So about I think there's about 2,000 teams that enter, and I came 4th. So take that in your pipe and smoke it. Anyway, I would like to say, Esports Scotland have come out recently. I know different org, but they're a country org. Might as well support them slightly. This last week they've been doing a. Shut up, man! Shut up. Not a country, okay? But I don't know. Okay, England hard.
Sorry, I was just. I agree with another caster that may have. We can. I think we just replace you with him. If we have Reaper Steve, he's just saying the CS:GO is much better than LOL. Greater than. Anyway, what were you saying?
Yeah, Esports Scotland, they've been doing a lot of work. They've really shown up really well. They've put together a lovely cast and stuff like that. They did host our League of Legends tournament and stuff like that. And honestly, doing a great job. Hopefully, John can set up some tournaments between the two teams. The two
that would be wonderful to see. I mean, in both LoL and CS:GO, because Reaper Steve, who as we said at the top of the show, very graciously co-hosted this show last week. I believe he was doing some casting for the Scottish Esports League. I believe there was a bit of a technical difficulty. I did watch the first match, and watch the first match. There was some technical difficulty on the tournament side, not on the casting side. And by the time that we saw some gameplay, I think there was something like 15-0. Like they were getting the one team was running away with it. So it was something stupid like that. It was high numbers. But yeah.
I think.
But there's I don't know if there is. I've retired that bit now. Was there overtime?
There was no overtime.
There was no overtime. There you go. But yeah. So what have you guys got going on the rest of the week now? What's your plans, Mike? What are you preparing for?
A little bit of commentary during the week in TTML and in actually I won't be commentating in League of Europe for this upcoming weekend, but that's what I usually do on the weeks and a couple of races.
Fantastic. Where can people watch you doing the lovely silky smooth Valleys commentary?
For TTML and for EML once a month, because I do the commentary for the EML Premier tier as well. That is on League Racing TV on YouTube, and
a channel to which I subscribe. I followed through you. I followed it, and I do watch it. I watch it now. So yeah, check out Mike's Twitter, because you've posted that. That's how I found the place to watch. And catch Mike casting some lovely F1 races. Maybe I'll do it with you one day. I'll just sit by and just use my terrible knowledge of racing.
It's
and I'll just tell yeah, he's going.
And there goes the red car. The red car.
There's another red car. There's another red car. And they're like, that's the fucking pace car. Leave it alone. Oh, sorry. And I'll just tell the same anecdote. Yes, the safety car. I'll tell the same anecdote about the time I nearly got blown up by a Curse battery.
Yeah, every 5 seconds.
every 5 seconds. It was a harrowing time. I nearly died. Also, so the explosion for the Kurz battery happened in a university testing lab. A university which I believe that our fearless leader, Slayer John, attended. I may be wrong.
Swansea.
I think, didn't John go to Glamorgan? University of Glamorgan?
I don't know.
I was
don't like to
Swansea, you were
flex.
Cardiff, and I think that he was University of Glamorgan. Well, anyway, the testing lab at University of Glamorgan were testing a Kurz battery for, I believe, at the time, was it Williams McLaren? Did they have a joint team?
No, Williams were partnered with, believe, back when the Kurz was out, I think BMW at that time.
It was one of those. It might have been. I think it was Williams BMW because when we asked for the schematics of how to disassemble this battery in the testing rig, the scientist with a very straight face said to me, "I'll have to email the team in Germany to get clearance." I was like, what?
Yep. That's definitely BMW then.
Yeah. So that was Williams BMW for this catastrophic failure of a battery, which blew up in one of the testing labs. I used to be a firefighter, just for context on that, and we had to go in and disassemble this battery, which had blown itself to smithereens. They were testing it to failure, and it super failed.
Good to know.
Yeah, good to know. University of Glamorgan scientists, they're very dry people. So, right, I'm going to tell you the same joke I told that scientist, right? Because I like to tell a joke. There's an explosion happening, right? Something's gone wrong. There's 1,000 students stood out in various states of undress, eating toast, because it's like 2 a.m. on a Wednesday, right? They're just being students.
Yeah.
We're there, all in our gear, ready to go. I've got my big Teletubby hazmat suit on, ready to go in, because it's in an explosion in a science lab with loads of chemicals. And as we're talking to him, a cat ran out of the burning building into the bushes. And I pointed at this cat, and I said, to a scientist, mind you, I guess Schrodinger's cat did live. Because that's the only time that joke makes sense. Nothing. Blank face. You couldn't make that joke anywhere else. It was tailor-made. Nothing. I'll email the team in Germany. I didn't like that scientist chat.
Not many people you do like.
Old man telling stories. But yeah, that's the roundup of Esports Wales Weekly News. Unless you've got anything else. Are you casting anything this week, Giz?
I've got connecting. Got some work for Connecting Esports. They're going into their playoffs run now, so they got their final and everything this week. So that they got streams 5 days this week. So I'll probably be casting 2 or 3 of those for them. And then I've got a tryout for Resolve Casting Academy to get into that, which would be good. And if I get into that, that's going to be good fun.
You'll leave me in the dust then, won't you? You're like, I'm away. I'm too big for you now. You'll see.
I'm sorry. What was that? I couldn't hear you over the size of my head growing. But yeah, and then we've also got the Yar game on Thursday as well. So I'll be casting that still, no matter.
Who are they playing this week, Sam?
You had to test.
Yes.
Yeah.
He hasn't looked. I just wanted to see because you go, I'm going to be like a pro caster. Look at me go. Doesn't know what the teams are, Mike. I bet you knew. I bet you know when your races are and what teams you guys are playing against.
They're playing against Haven, who last time they played against, I got into trouble against. So I'll tell you about that off camera. But anyway, would you like to end up the show?
Follow us for Esports Wales After Dark, where we tell the juicy stories about how Giz upsets organisations.
Follow our Patreon.
Patreon, yeah, for extra content.
Overtime.
Overtime.
Graphics Goblin with a sick burn. Reaper Steve, he did do, son. He did do. Thank you very much for coming on, Mike. It's lovely to have you. It's great news about the F1 team. Thank you to my co-host Gizmo for being really just quite cheeky to me for a young man.
Thank you.
Thank you to myself for making it through without passing out because I'm that old. And thank you to the chat for joining us. And finally, and most importantly, what's the weather like with you, Giz?
It's actually, I mean, it's pitch black outside at the moment, but earlier on it was pretty good. Just a really bad wind, like really chill.
Dark. The weather with you is dark. That's what we're going with.
No.
Cool. Fantastic. No, that's fine. No problem. Mike, what's the weather like with you?
It's stopped raining now, so it's calmed down a bit. So it's looking better out there now.
Yeah, and I still don't have a window in this room, but I can hear the rain through my headphones and the ceiling, so I've got the rain you have. So, the weather this week is that it's dark, not a weather type, but okay, cheers, Giz, and there's definitely rain, because we live in Wales, a place where rain comes to die. 3 years ago, it rained every day in October. We were 9 days off needing to build an ark, chat. That's how bad the rain is in Wales. Thank you very much for joining us, and we will catch you again next week.